Well, we made it back to St. George yet again, and we're going to be here for a number of days. So stay tuned for some sights around the St. George, southern Utah area right after this. We're going to be leaving St. George today, and like I might have said earlier, you might want to check out the campground review that we did last year. Only thing I would add to that is we're in a much more uneven site this year. It's going to be a little tricky pulling out, but I think we're going to be okay. We did do a few things while we were here, but we really didn't shoot any video. We just did a lot of housekeeping. We did visit with family. Anyways, we got to get packed up here and get moving on down the road. I'll be doing a review on the next campground. It's called it's Monroe Campground, and it's part of the Coast to Coast. Anyways, that's going to be it. I got to finish packing up. I'm working on the dump right now, and then we'll be hooking up probably in a half hour or so and getting out of here. So that's about it. All right, hopefully the wind's not too bad and you can hear me. We are in Monroe, Utah. Storm blowing in, coming right this way. We did a quick setup. Kind of nestled in this mountain range. This is really pretty cool. So it is a little chillier here. It's still not too cold, but it's definitely probably no air conditioner for a day or two until it warms up a tad bit. But we'll do our full review on this campsite. It is kind of cool. It's rustic. Look at this view. It's rustic, but they give you more space. Yeah. A lot of ATVers out here and a lot of space. This is really great. I mean, our space goes all the way back to here, and it's like double wide. It is a coast to coast, but because we came in on a holiday weekend, this is Memorial Day, it may fill up, but they were able to get us in, and we are also getting in at a huge discount of what we would have paid. Now, normally if we came any other time, not a holiday, it wouldn't have cost us anything, but because it was a holiday, they actually gave us an incredible deal. We're only paying like for 1 or 2 nights, and the rest of the time we're here is free. They got ice cream in there. We're right on the edge of the town of Monroe, which we'll take a ride through, and you'll see that. I got a feeling Monroe's going to be kind of like Circleville last year. There's not much to it. But there are some things to see in the area, so we'll do some excursions while we're here. And
a radio station.
And we actually get a radio station.
Didn't do that in
see if we get any TV stations. Yeah, we had nothing in Leeds, so. All right, we're going to be doing an excursion today to the Fremont Indian State Park and Museum. And there's some interesting sights around there. It's not too far away. Yeah, I am hunched over, as you can tell, but we saw inside how they built these, and this is actually one they built for people to come in. All right, well, let's get out of here. Hey.
You want to hand me that?
Yeah.
And come on up.
history, the people that lived here between 300 and 1300 AD if you're over 50 years old, CE if you're under 50 years old. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, they were here in the Common Era.
I'm sorry, I'm busy with snack sticks.
And oh my gosh, these are really good. Yeah. 8 grams of protein per stick.
Soy free, no MSG.
Yeah, but gluten is what makes it taste good.
Really good.
Please stay on the trail. Yeah, gotta watch your feet as you walk, because they do say that snakes are out and active. Okay, so right along this mountain cliff, there are a number of petroglyphs, and some of them, they had to climb up pretty high to make these marks. They're like all over. We're not that far away from Heroin Gap, and we saw that a year or two ago. I think it was last year. But yeah, we saw some pretty amazing things there. It'd be interesting to see if we see any spaceships here. Are we allowed to go back to that? It looks like we can. You are here. All right, so how adventurous do you feel? Because there's this trail that kind of wraps up around this mountain that's in front of us, and there's like a shortcut, and it's one way. They say that it's there's like uneven terrain, it's rock and gravel and rock steps, but then it connects to a paved route like this one, which brings us back to the back of the parking lot. So if you feel like it, I can point it out what I think we're going to do. This is the one right here. Get to know your native. I love trout. Oh, the river's running pretty swift too. Whoa, this is running pretty quick. All right, 100 Hands Cave in the Centennial Trail. Half a mile this way. Thought I wanted to bring up. We've been to certain places where I have to kind of shoot in an angle to not see the crowds.
Yeah.
But today we are here on a Tuesday after a holiday weekend. And it's us and these two women way up the road from us.
I mean, there's been a few other people,
And
but it's very spread apart.
Yeah, there's a couple other
You know.
groups, but it's very spread out.
Mm-hmm.
We're not on top of each other.
And if you do have a doggy, you can bring it on the
Oh,
walking
absolutely,
path.
absolutely.
So that is another thing that you can do here.
Yeah, this is a state park, so regulations aren't nearly as
Just
strict.
please pick up after your doggies.
Yeah.
And make sure they have plenty of water too.
Yeah. So yeah, just to let you know that it's not crowded out here. And to give you another bit of information, we are at the end of May.
Mm-hmm.
Knocking on the door of June 1st. Wait, is today June 1st?
No,
What's-
today is the 30th.
Today's the 30th.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we just...
I had to think for a minute.
Isn't retirement glorious? I don't know what day it is.
Sometimes I don't.
All right. Well, we're on a return trip from the 100 Hands Cave.
Yep.
On to see a few more sites.
Yeah.
So Don and I were just talking about how awful it is that people deface some of these ancient artifacts by graffitiing over them. But we're here under the I-70 and somebody has a sense of humor. And this I do condone. This is pretty funny. Yeah, handprints. Handprints under the I-70. All right. Yeah, if you want to leave your handprint, that's when you do it. Right there. If you fall in, I can make $1 million. Sorry. Trolling for cutthroat. Catch anything? Sorry. You see the steam coming off the water coming down. We got the Monroe City, I guess, doing testing, making sure everything's good. You don't get a smell of sulfur off of these hot springs. And it's mostly a mineral water, and I felt it earlier, it's pretty warm. There's somebody in one of the hot springs, so I'm not going to videotape him, but I will kind of get the other pools so you get a chance to see what that's all about. So you got a series of pools. You can hike up to the top, and I think I may take a walk up there and see. That's where the water actually comes from, and the water up there is absolutely scalding. So you definitely don't want to be in that pool. Now apparently they're working up above, so normally there's water flowing through this little crevice right here. And the colors of the mud is showing off probably both algae as well as minerals. I'll check this one out. Yeah, that one's not nearly as warm. It may be cooler only because the flow isn't coming into it. But definitely feels good though. Mild, lukewarm bathtub water in that one. The water I felt coming off of here was definitely a hot flow of water. And that's definitely pretty warm because you can see the steam coming off of it. Yeah, that looks pretty hot. It's definitely warm water coming down. So it's a short but kind of steep little hike up to the top. Don't want to interfere with these guys, but I want to see what's going on up here. 170 degrees from there. It's cooled down probably a tiny bit here. How's that feel?
Wow, this pool's good.
Yeah, kind of a private little pool up here. Oh my gosh. So anyways, this is basically it. It's a local hangout. A lot of people coming around, talking to the gentleman down here. He said it's not as warm as it normally is because they have kind of shut off the flow right now as they're doing work up above. So a very cool area. Need to check it out if you're ever here in Monroe. Yeah, so we're gonna end this video here. And man, it's been so cool. I love
wonderful.
the history and the stories behind all of this.
It is amazing to see. You just got to see it.
Oh yeah. So anyways, make sure that you hit that subscription button
And hit that bell, let you know when we post every Sunday at 2.
2 thumbs up for good measure.
Facebook and Instagram.
Well, at least Facebook.
Yeah.
You have been keeping up
I
on
know.
Facebook, so you're doing
I
good.
gotta do it.
Yeah, so until next time, safe travels.
Sláinte.